Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. Oops, I didn't make my bed. It's fine. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I hope you had a great day yesterday with the Lionsgate portal, enjoying the abundance. Hello, I'm doing well. The kids and I randomly went up to the Morton, I don't know how to pronounce this correctly, Arbitrum in Chicago. Man, that place is so cool. We barely even got into it, but it's a cool place. It is a cool place. So I hope that you guys also had a fun day yesterday. Some sort of adventure at least. So we do have a message. There's already like an intuitive song, but I do want to do an intuition test. After the collective message, I am going to do some personals for donation. As I had mentioned earlier in the week, I was feeling guided to do. There is also a message coming through of, it's almost like, I hate to even say like your enemies. I feel like these are people that made themselves your enemy. They are not hiding very well anymore. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know why I feel like that's kind of funny to me, but yeah, it kind of is. So anyways, it seems funny. I feel like maybe you might get some humor out of, like, I don't know, it feels like they might pop out in some type of way, or there's just something very obvious, or I don't know, and it just may kind of make you laugh. You know what I mean? Just, I don't know. There's almost some humor behind it. I am not exactly sure why, but it feels like it. But anyways, okay, so let's do this intuitive. I think I know what this crystal is. I looked it up before I came on here, and I think I got it, the right one. Flo, you may have to help me out, or anybody else in the chat. This is another one that Flo sent, so you can guess the crystal or the color. I shouldn't say guess. I should say intuit. What's up, Brochacho? Come here. What you need? Oh! I'll give you guys just a couple more seconds. Okay, so it is this like navy blue color. I think it's blue quartz. It looked like blue quartz when I was looking online. A lot of you guessed green, that's funny. Angel, that's okay. So, tell me if I'm wrong. Blue quartz helps with the throat chakra. Yeah, I have a lot that are cute. I have flow scent a lot that are in the shape of a cube. Sodalite. We'll get a confirmation. But yeah, that's what this one is. We'll check it out. Anyways, so that is the stone of the day. I do feel like, is it associated with the, you think it's sodalite? Okay, let's look it up. See? Look. This is why I love you guys. See, when I look it up online, it looks so much darker. That's why I was like, I don't know if that's that. So we have promote, it says promote rational thought, objectivity, and perception, enhances insight and clarity, supports emotional balance, and facilitates spiritual growth. I do feel like it still is associated with the throat chakra, though. Makes sense. Okay, so the channeled song, though, okay, I started hearing this yesterday on our way back home, is called Happiest Year by James Young. And basically, he's talking about, so the line that I had posted was, he says, "'Cause you gave me peace and I wasted it. I'm here to admit that you were my medicine. Oh, I couldn't quit. I'm down on my knees again, asking for nothing. Thank you for the happiest year of my life." So definitely check out that song. But basically the message that is coming through with this is, there are people that are, I feel like possibly for a lot of you, one person in particular, but maybe multiple people that are kind of recognizing and realizing the peace that you brought to their lives. Some of them knew, but others of them, it's almost like, yesterday the channeled message that was that these cords were, these energetic cords, it's like the divine was cutting these cords. And so I feel like it was like last night when I was on the way home that I started hearing that song in my head, and I was just like, oh, okay. It's like there are certain people that are realizing that you brought a lot of peace to their life, right? And they are feeling as though that they wasted their time here. Now, for some of you too, you may also realize there's something, it feels like there's a lot to do with relationships, right? Because at collective or family, let's be real, like we haven't always been perfect either, so there may also be some realizations for some of you, maybe not all of you, okay, of, maybe mistakes that you've made. So there is kind of this energy too, like the energy is here to help you navigate some sort of self-forgiveness for possible mistakes that you made. Mistakes from when you were in a time of survival or a time of, what I really feel like is it's possible that if this is resonating for you, you didn't really know how to, maybe you didn't really understand what healthy relationships look like, or I feel like what you were doing was reenacting how you were treated as a child for a lot of you in some instances, in some cases, right? And so it's almost like this energy of while the divine is kind of cutting these cords from the past for you, I feel like also they're providing this energy for you to kind of sit with and also forgive yourself. Forgive these people, right? But also forgive yourself for mistakes that you've also made. Because I do feel like, you're really kind of, they're showing me the portal again, right, from yesterday. It's like there are a bunch of like beings, and I'm hearing like and light beings, right, that are kind of walking through their own portals, but like on the other side, it's like there's a bunch of people coming together on the other side, if that makes sense. So there's almost like creating this path in this way for new relationship dynamics, platonic, romantic, family, like soul family, all of those things to kind of come together in a very healthy and natural way. Okay. So this part, this disconnecting and the forgiveness is very, very important, right? Because you do not want to take anything from the past with you as far as that goes, right? Programming, perceptions, old paradigms, any of that, right? So it's really kind of, I'm hearing like wiping the slate clean as far as relationships go. There is this energy of, some of the cords that are being cut. The reason that they are being cut is because these people are still holding you in an old energy, like they're still perceiving you as an old version of you. They're not allowing you to, they're not giving space for your growth in their mind. And that is why they also have to be released, right? Because I don't know, somebody needed to hear that, because there's somebody who's possibly really struggling with maybe letting somebody go or letting, and it's because there is an ending in a soul contract, but also there are people that are just still like relentlessly holding on to an old version of you, a version of you that no longer exists, right? There is this energy of attracting, you attract people who are at the same vibrational frequency, right? And so that includes like where your nervous system is, right? Where your wounds and your trauma are, and so it's like, if you have outgrown old wounds and trauma, right, then you have also outgrown the old mirrors of the past, okay? So there is some people, and this message keeps coming through because I feel like this is a process, right? It literally feels like there is a part of your life, or maybe a majority of your life, or it almost feels like a whole lifetime is kind of like going to the wayside, or almost, for lack of a better word, like dying, if you will. And so, it takes time to really move through this energy and to really perceive things and in the highest way, right? In a way that is, not harming others, but serving all. And so yesterday on the way up to Chicago, I was listening to Cryon. There was a channeling about Yeshua and the story of Yeshua, and a download that I got in the middle of that, it was almost like this understanding that, especially as earth angels, right, a lot of us are energetic expressions or physical manifestations of these ascended masters, Mary Magdalene, Yeshua, Buddha, all of these, and there's so many more, okay? I'm hearing Moses, right? Like there's all these different versions, right? And it's not just, I feel like everyone has a piece of all of these people in them, right? And so it's just a matter of where they are on their journey as far as healing the lower vibrational aspects of themselves. I don't know how to explain exactly what I was feeling, but it really brought into it really brought into perspective like unity consciousness and not being separate from, and knowing that you really are not like leaving people behind, because they are never really separate from you, right? Ultimately, you're leaving old versions of you behind, that have manifested in the physical vessel of others that were, in service of you, and you likewise in service of them. So, yeah, there are some people, though, that because it is time for them to find their own peace within, they are realizing that any peace that they, not to say that, I don't want to say any peace or all peace, but that a lot of the peace that they had possessed was actually attached to your energy. It was, you were their peace, right? And they're realizing that they wasted it. It feels like, and there's just this sense of, I don't know if people are necessarily, there's with that song being, thank you for the happiest year of my life. For a lot of you in this, when I was channeling it, when I was hearing it, right? I kept hearing years. So a lot of you, you were with a lot of these people for years, right? And it felt very sad. But it also felt like a sense of gratitude, right? Almost this energy of knowing, like knowing that this is the right thing. Knowing that it is time for them to kind of take the reins, right? Knowing that, like, again, it's this major lesson, or like an opportunity for a shift in perception for these people. I'm hearing for the next time. So you're teaching people how to treat others in a sense of the word, and you're also teaching people how to, I feel like treat themselves as well, and to treat time, right? And so it's like, there's this energy of, while these separations may not be exactly easy or, I'm hearing desirable, or it's almost like there is this peace around them, right? It's an energy that has shifted from anger, upset, regret, resentment, and to honor and understanding. And almost like, like the energy has shifted in a big way. So I feel like this message is letting you know, like, what it is that you have come here to do is being accomplished in more ways than one, right? And that the whole purpose behind these endings is not going unnoticed. And it's like you are, it's almost like first level of, death to the ego unlocked within these beings, right? And what an honor, what a blessing it is to help others, even though it may seem as though it is hurtful at first, right? It's like, not to say that you are like these people's parent, right? But it is kind of like that energy that's coming through of like, sometimes your kids are not always going to be happy with the decisions that you make, but it's simply because you have this broader perspective. You have this understanding, right? You are teaching is what is happening. And so there has been a major shift. So the energy may be, you may kind of feel a little bit of this. I don't want to, it feels like a little bit of sadness. But it also feels like, understanding and gratitude, right? And sadness is probably normal, right? There's this energy of, at least it's shifted from anger. I keep hearing that. It has shifted from this anger and this resentment, and it's moved into understanding. Also, anyone that has been like kind of quote unquote like attacking you in some type of way here, okay, you're going to understand that. You're going to understand why. Because there's something tangible, something in the physical that is coming your way, right? And it is going to make sense why there were some very relentless energies that made themselves kind of put themselves in some sort of competition with you, or made themselves some sort of quote unquote enemy to you. Okay, more than just for your soul's evolution. There's something tangible. There's something in the physical that somebody else wanted, but it's always been meant for you. But it is going to make sense, I heard, shortly. So again, keep in mind that time is irrelevant to the divine. It's not linear. It's not real. So shortly feels like, just around the corner, to be honest with you. It feels like, not in the distant horizons, but like, kind of like coming up very quickly. So, but again, just keep that in mind. We're all different places, but whoever those, I'm hesitant on calling them enemies, because I'm almost feeling this. I feel like you may actually feel gratitude towards these people at this point, because there is this higher perspective of realizing that they certainly just, they were your footstool. They helped you grow, okay? And if you're not in that place and you're still holding resentment, don't come for me. That's not, that's not necessarily, my problem to solve. You need to go within on that. And I'm not judging you either, right? We've all been in that place. So just wherever you're feeling it, if I'm triggering you by saying, that some are feeling grateful to their quote unquote enemies, where do you feel that in your body, babe? Okay? Sit with that. Okay? So, oh, Lord. Tracy, a lot of times that people can see something in your energy. They may not know what it is, right? But this feels like something very specific. This feels like somebody on the inside for some people. Okay, on the inside of what, I don't know, but it feels like they may be directly connected to whatever this opportunity or this person or whatever it is. But honestly, it it may not be that they know exactly what it is, but oftentimes people, it's almost like they can see your worth before you can. Thank you, Sherry. I feel like there's possibly a little bit more here, but I'm not sure. It's it could just be that there's just a little bit more moving through that energy. That needs to happen. This is kind of it feels like a double-edged sword almost. You know what I mean? But it's all in preparation, it feels like. Thank you, Sherry. You know me too well. Robert, don't worry. If these sell out, I'll make more. I love making it. It's so fun. Also, exciting news. I had somebody interested in purchasing the lighthouse picture. How cool is that? Shout out to Anthony. Thank you very much. Thank you. Robert. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's more just sitting in here ready to come out, but maybe it's not the right time. Maybe it's something that you also need to bring out of, you know what I mean? Or maybe it's, I don't know. So, anywho, but I like this message for today. It feels really good. So check out that song called Happiest Year by James Young. And I love you too, Julie. Thanks, Tracy. The bee. Yeah, that one was kind of, it felt kind of like elementary school teacher, honestly, the way that it turned out. But it's cute. It's cutesy. Hold on. Before we get into the personals, I just want to get a couple cards on this, because I do feel like there's just something that's there. It feels like it's just, and this could be also something too. Some of you are just like right on the like edge of like breakthrough here. Okay. Some sort of breakthrough. Feels like I heard internal breakthrough. Yeah, Tower card. Yeah. There's this energy of you are literally right on the edge of this, like, you know, it feels like a threshold that you have been trying to cross, right? An energetic, ooh, Shelly, I'm so excited. Yeah. You know, it feels like something that you've been trying to balance out from the past. It does. Because it does feel like, you know, there's almost this energy of like, I don't want to call it impatience, but it does feel like, you know, it almost feels like man, I don't know, like, when is this going to end? Or when is this, maybe not even end, but like, when is this going to begin? That feels more like it, right? I feel like there's possibly been, you know, it's almost like this energy of recognizing and realizing you're kind of in this in between, and there is this like still a little bit of releasing and purifying and purging that's happening, and still this like integrating, right? And so it does feel like there is a little bit of this energy, but yeah, it's kind of this energy of like, you know, I don't feel like you are feeling lonely or like you feel alone or left out or anything like that. Excuse me. You know, that's kind of this energy of the past, but it does feel like there are just certain things that it's like, you know, almost like, you know, loose ends getting tied up and, you know, kind of cleaning up the, you know, the crumbs here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Wheel of Fortune here. Okay. You know, it is, the wheel is spinning in your favor. Okay. Like there is this energy of, and, you know, there's almost this energy, too, of releasing control. Like, it makes me feel like you may be trying to control this a little bit, right? And that's part of this process as well. You know, I feel like during this ascension, that's something that we're, you know, we're going to be working on until we're not, right? Until you have just completely surrendered. And that takes time. That takes a lot of time. And so it feels like this too is also an effort to help you to release control, right? The Wheel of Fortune is something that, you know, we don't necessarily have control over. And it's, you know, really just kind of letting the divine, you know, it's more work for you to try to control it, right? Like, you know, God, source, the divine is like, can you just Can you just let me do it? Can you just... Can I just do it? You know? It would be so much easier for you if you just let me do it. But again, you're moving slowly into this space of feeling safe, right? Because there were times in your life where you did let others have control and you maybe weren't taken care of or felt safe or kept safe or loved properly or nurtured or cared for, you know? The thing is, though, is this is something completely different, you know? This is something completely different. Woo. I'll have you know I taught the kids a thing or two about mini golf yesterday. That's something else they have at the Morton. How do you say that? Arbitrum. Anyways, that place is so cool. I can't wait to go back. I mean, seriously, we were there for like 3 hours probably, and like we just covered like the kids section. There is so much more. Arboretum. Thank you. Thank you, Shelly. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what this feels like. That's what it is like you may be trying to actually control this healing process as well. And while it is important that we, you know, consciously take time to to tune in and tap in, but it's like, it's almost like this energy of like, now that you figured out the game, right? Now that you figured out, okay, so my external reality is a reflection of my internal reality, right? If something doesn't quite go your way or doesn't feel right, or it's almost like trying to, you know, how do I put it? It's like, you know, it's almost like this energy of trying to control what and how you heal. But there's almost like this energy of like the divine saying, but there's like reasons why things are healing in the way and in the order that they are, right? It's almost like there is something, you know, there's a bigger picture to this that maybe you're not necessarily quite, it's like collective. There's something about like maybe, you know, they're giving me this example of maybe you're wanting to go in and heal all your money wounds, right? If you're in any type of lack, right? And you're kind of frantically, you know, and that's, you know, you're trying to get yourself out of survival. And it just may not be like going as quickly or as efficiently as you think that it should. But the divine is saying, but you know, there's like this bigger picture that you're not necessarily seeing about all of the different things, right, that are attached to those. And, you know, things that need to be released before, you know, there's so much more. I don't know why that came through, but possibly because of this Five of Pentacles here. You know, yeah, it seems like there's something about that. Like tune in and tap in and consciously make that decision, but don't try to control it, right? That's this energy. Hey Michelle, you're always right on time. Okay, I'm gonna get one more row on this and make sure that, because now it feels like it's there's like this energy, right? This, with this Page of Pentacles and this Five of Cups. I don't know who I'm talking about too, but there's like this energy of like, say for instance, you're super hyper focused on healing these money wounds, to get yourself out of lack. But money isn't going to heal. Like there's some other sadness here. Right? And a lot of you have really moved through it, and maybe you don't consciously feel sad or feel abandoned or feel left out or whatever, because I feel like a lot of you have been working really hard and you've been moving through these things. But there is this energy of like the divine knowing that if this money shows up before you heal these other wounds that are attached to love and joy and happiness, right? And being in the present moment. I feel like mostly it is love, and benevolence and grace and peace. This money isn't going to solve anything. If anything, it may send you back down some sort of spiral. So that is why. That's it. Yep, boom. There it is. So, yeah. So for whoever that's for, right? Trust this divine process. Trust that the divine is leading you down this path, and know that you are meant to be. It is your birthright to be abundant, right? You are meant to be in abundance. But know that if you're healing and you're aligning and you're co-creating with the divine, they're going to make sure that you are not going to be put in a position in which you move backwards, right? This is also this energy of releasing your attachment to these physical things, to these material things. That's very important. When you release attachment to anything, that is when it starts to flow to you. So, so just know that the wheel is spinning here, but there are some things that you just don't quite have control over. Okay? But it's for your highest good, just like everything else. Excuse me. Especially if it's like a justice card. Especially if it is also to a relationship, right? Some of you are really desiring, a romantic relationship, or maybe even, some sort of, I don't know what it is. I feel like it is romantic because I saw the Lovers here. But again, you don't want to bring in your person until you have released these paradigms and programmings and things and perceptions of what you deserve and how you show up in a relationship as well. It's not just about what you deserve, but it's also how you show up as well. And oftentimes we show up in ways that we have been shown, right? That it really kind of, I feel like it goes back to childhood when it comes to, your parents and things like that, right? And so releasing those paradigms and stuff is very important, because imagine that your person shows up and you fuck it up all to hell because you are still in an old programming, because you still have wounds from the past that you project onto your person. So that's why some things take longer than what our human mind wants. It's because the divine really has your back. Like truly, like and it is okay to feel frustrated. That is okay. That's natural. You are human. Don't forget about that. Like, you are an infinite being having a human experience. So you are allowed to be human, right? So it's like, but just know that emotions are energy in motion. They're not necessarily yours to hold on to, right? Feel it. What is that frustration they are teaching you? Why are you so frustrated? Why aren't, where is that coming from? If it is frustration, not for everyone. But anyways, yeah. Okay. Let's move into personals, shall we? Shall we? That was a good message. Let's timestamp this also while I have this in mind. 48:47. Actually, we're going to do 48:48 because I saw that there. And I like numbers like that. I like numbers like that. Shelly, I love you so much. Okay. Oh, the kids go back to school next year. Or not next year, next week. I don't know if I told you guys, but they have decided that they want to go back to school. And I'm not mad about that decision. Homeschooling was fun for a little bit, but they miss their friends. I love you all so much. Mary and Sherry. I love you guys. Hey, Jet. it gives them an opportunity to appreciate school. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I love you, Julie. You know, they had their time away, and now, you know, I feel like now they're going to appreciate Have a good day, Tracy. Love you, lady. I can't wait. Ooh, you got me at the edge of my seat, Shelly. Oh my goodness, Michelle, you were just so wonderful. Okay, so we're gonna do, dang. All right, so Michelle just opened up. Let's do, I love you. Let's do, Michelle, are you good with 3 spots? Or should I do 4? I want you to pick. You're such a wonderful woman. Love you, sister. Yes, Shelly, I thought about that before I came on the live, and Zyla is still asleep. Both the kids are still asleep because we got home so late last night. So, and I, you know, I have to wait for her to wake up because it's connected to her phone. You guys know the drill. But what I'll do is, oh, don't even worry about Tanya. You know, I still have family members that don't know how to spell my name. It's okay. Or they intentionally spell it wrong. I don't know. So it doesn't matter to me regardless. I don't give a shit. So it's okay. But yeah, so we got home pretty late but oh yeah, level up exchange. So what I will do is I will either come back live when she wakes up, or I will record it, like do like a short or something. But I love you too, Tanya. Okay, so there are okay, and Sherry, you're sitting in for Robert and Hayden. Sneaky. That reminds me of the kids and I watched Mr. Deeds. It wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. So Zyla loves Adam Sandler. Loves him, loves all his movies. Just, part of me feels like she's supposed to be a comedian one day. I could just see it. She's just so funny, and she just loves, you know, she loves, you know, all of those old David Spade, Adam Sandler, you know, all of the old, you know, really funny ones. Anyways, so we saw I saw Mr. Deeds on Netflix, and that was when I was like, I don't think we've watched this one. So it was exciting to have a new one that we hadn't seen. Anyways, it reminded me of the sneaky guy. The butler. Is that what you would call him? The one that actually was, Preston Blake's son. The sneaky. Yeah, Flo. She's so cool. I mean, but I think my kids are the coolest, as most moms do, but okay, so we have 3 spots plus we were doing who we said Hayden and Robert. Right? It's okay, Flo. Oh, Spanglish is a good one too. I don't know if she and I have watched that one either. I'm going to write that down. Thank you, Antoinette. That one's a little bit more... There's some funny stuff in it, right? I haven't seen it in a long time. Oh, Ace of Cups. Okay, does anybody want to... Where should I start? 50 First Dates, that's such a good one. The Overflow, Shelley. That is correct, Grant. Started from the bottom, now we're here. It's an honor, Sylvia. Divine timing is absolutely perfect. I do have 3 spots open, though, guys. Like, as far as, like, somebody's already paid for them. I like those murder mysteries, too. Those are good ones. Okay, Gretchen, I'll add you to the list. Yeah, I hope you feel better, Sherry. Thanks, Robert. Yeah, I'm excited. We'll see how it goes. I feel like they owe me some sort of back pay, but whatever. Trusting this process. Okay, let's fill these 2 other spots. Oh, okay. Is it pronounced Cordelia? That's cool. Just the donation information is in the description box. You can send in Cash App. You can do Venmo, PayPal, or Zelle. flow. In a mess. Ooh, I love that. Okay, Tanya, you got it. Okay, so all the spots that have been already paid for are filled. So let's get started, shall we? All right, so we're going to start with Hayden and Robert. Do you mind if I start with the ladies? I know that you were kind of like, you know. Okay, got it. Okay, so let's start with Gretchen. Thank you both. You're such gentlemen. Also, Robert, I don't know why. I don't know if you're at home or where you are, but I keep wanting to tell you to look under your bed. I don't know. Okay. Anyways. No whammies, no whammies. That's right. Alright, Gretchen wants a general. Gretchen wants a general. Oh, they said, I've been sitting here shuffling. They said not this deck. Okay. Ooh, I like the deck that they're showing me, though. Vintage. The vintage tarot. Hey. Let me just be loud as shit. I don't know if it's your lighter that's under your bed. I don't know why. I feel like I wanted to tell you to look under your bed. And it kept repeating, so I had to say it. At first I was just going to let it go. Nope, wouldn't let me. Alright. What does Gretchen need to know, please? Okay, Gretchen. So I feel there's this energy of, I don't know if this is a certain situation or if this is, it feels like there is, you'll understand. You are holding yourself to this like level of, it's like you're trying to be really strong, and I'm not saying that you're not strong because I feel like you are really strong. But there is this energy of like there's something that like you need to like, it's like a situation of like you holding yourself, it's like you expect that there are certain people that maybe expect certain things from you, or like almost like it almost feels like they may be like walking on you a little bit because they know that you are, that they can expect that from you. They can expect, it's almost like this yes woman type of thing, right? Oh, Gretchen will say yes. Oh, it'll be okay. Gretchen won't say anything. And there's this energy of, like, I feel like the divine is saying, like, I feel like this is confirmation for you, and letting you know that, yes, they are absolutely taking advantage of this kindness. But there is also this energy of, like, it is okay for you to sometimes not feel strong, or to not be in that energy all the time, right? Like, it's like you are, like, holding the weight for a lot of people, and it feels like it is okay to tell some people no, right? It is okay to take some time for yourself and to yourself, because you need to do that. You need to pour into yourself. And I feel like there's something, maybe you don't want to rock the boat, or you don't want to create any waves. They need the waves. They need the waves. Because it's like your boat's about to tip over if you don't just let them handle their own waves. That's a big energy that's coming through. Like, it's there is this energy of, like, it is okay for you to, yeah, you get it. I think you understand. Yeah, it's okay to speak up for yourself, and to tell them, I need time, I need space, I need, whatever it is that you need, and for you to not feel guilty about it, okay? You are, and don't take this the wrong way, but you don't have to be this perfect, being. It's like you're holding yourself to some sort of standard, and people know that, and so they're taking advantage of it, but it's exhausting you, and so, yeah, whatever it is, I don't know if it's time, energy, money, whatever it is, but yeah, it's like, I feel like you just want to say, like, no. And you need to do that. You need to say no. It's a full sentence, and you have permission. You know what I'm saying? Robert. Interesting. Potato chips under your bed. Huh? So, but yeah. Yep, that is your message. It is okay. And, if people want to, it's almost like there's this, like, fear of, maybe, like, people accusing you of not being, whatever. But listen, you've already, like, proved yourself above and beyond, with whatever this is. You are an amazing person. Okay? Okay. Okay, Cordelia. You're welcome, Gretchen. What is your question, my darling dear? Good advice, Antoinette. I'm not judging you also about the potato chips under the bed. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, we're doing readings for donations, but the first thing that came to mind is quit looking. What kind of chips are they? Do they have a flavor, or are they just regular potato chips? And I don't mean that to be insensitive. Sorry, that may have came off very insensitive. I don't mean it like that. Yeah, exactly, Michelle. Just to show up for you every single day, right? Look for you in all different aspects of your life, right? Cordelia, what's your question, babe? Did I miss it? Oh. Excuse me. So donation information is in the description box. There's Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and Zelle. Where does Cordelia go from here? I heard, well, that's a loaded question. But let's see. Let's see. Where does Cordelia go from here? Sometimes the divine likes to be silly, so you got to be careful with what you're asking. Where does Cordelia go from here? Ooh, the Empress. The Empress is one that doesn't necessarily go anywhere, right? Not to say that you don't go anywhere, but you attract the opportunities. You attract what's next, right? There is this, let's see. So there's this energy of, okay, with the Fool. Yep. Okay, so there's like this, almost in your search for wanting to know what's next or wanting to know your next move, you're kind of resisting it. And the divine, with the Empress and the Fool, the divine is saying, I dare you to just be, to just allow us to bring those next steps to you when the time is right. I dare you to trust this process and to just, King of Swords, to know that you are well, that you are okay, and that these answers and the direction is going to come to you. It feels like, this feels like a searching, it feels like a, almost out of, I'm feeling it right in my solar plexus here. And this could actually come from a sense of logic, right? Of wanting to, I don't know why I heard mansplain, but there's this energy of, this desire of needing to know, where your next, what's next is something I feel like may come from, some sort of almost like a projection, or almost like a a programming that was created from maybe some sort of very logical male figure when you were younger or in the past or something like that, right? You picked up on this trait of like needing to know all of the answers and what's next and things like that. And it almost feels like the divine is what you're currently in. There is like this resistance to what is next, because it's like you're actually being moved through this so that you can release this logic, so that you can trust the divine more and know that you are stable, fully supported. Here, 4 of Wands. That's what this feels like. Yeah. This like, it's like a burden. This paradigm here. Oh, I totally get it. Cordelia, it's so hard. And you don't have to literally sit, right? Like do things that you love, but in whatever aspect that you are wanting to know that, speaking of, also happy birthday yesterday, belated birthday. Wanting to know what's next, or in whatever area that you're looking at, right? Just do other things that you love to do. I don't know why, but I'm seeing a bunch of flowers, right? There's just this energy of, as a fellow Leo, I know that it's like you want to go and get it, right? You that's just in your nature. You want to go and get it all, right? And the divine is trying to help you tap further into this feminine energy and to bring it to you. Yeah. So I'm sorry that I didn't have that answer for you, but there was this guidance. It's almost like that's where next. That's, yeah, you get it. It's reminding me, your energy is reminding me of this, something that Zyla said the other day to me. She said, Mom, if you want something, you always get it. You always get it. You always go and get it. Like, you make sure that you get it. And that is the Leo, right? And yeah. But it's like, there's this shift that's happening for you. It's like the divine wants to make things easier on you and for you and more enjoyable. Okay, Tanya, darling. Take some time to figure out what it is. Now, don't take this the wrong way, but take some time to figure out what it is that these mean people are reflecting to you. Again, I'm not saying that you're a mean person, but they're in your energy for a reason. And it could just be showing you something about what you feel you are, like the programming on how you feel you are worth. Yeah, Mary, for sure. So again, it's not to say that they are necessarily a reflection of you, but they may be reflecting to you something within you that says that you deserve to be around these people, right? Again, this would be a subconscious programming. This wouldn't be something that you're consciously choosing. Okay, what does Tanya need to know? So first there's this energy of you definitely stand out. You stand out. I don't know if it's there's some sort of group here, okay? And I feel like you stand out. I also feel like this group is kind of chaotic. I'll be honest. They're kind of chaotic. They're kind of like, I'm picking up on energy where they may be like pleasant to each other, like in the face type of energy. But as far as like, behind the scenes, they may be like talking about each other or something like that. I don't know what this has to do with. I don't know where this group is, but you stand out in a positive way. And I feel like you've made it out of some sort of conflict with these people. And there's almost this energy of the divine saying, don't put too much, you've made it out, right? Of this. And so it's like, don't look back, don't turn back, don't pay attention, right? Because you are manifesting, some sort of truth here. And, excuse me. So it's almost like don't question, I don't know if you're like doubting yourself a little bit about this, right? And I think that doubt may be coming from your empathy for this group, whoever it is. For some reason, they could feel like close to home. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Like, I don't know. But, you know, there is this energy of you have successfully pulled yourself out. And not only that, but you stand out from this group. And so, you know, the divine is saying you are manifesting this new beginning. Some sort of opportunity because of this. Okay? So just stay focused on your path, okay? I feel like it's not really out of nosiness or anything like that. It feels more like just like, did I make the right decision, or did I, you know, was I wrong, or something like that, right? Again, complete empathy, complete compassion, you know, just trying. I feel like you're just trying to do the right thing or be on the right side of things, and you are. You are. So, yeah. There's kind of this energy of maybe, maybe even trying to, like, heal something. Maybe with somebody in particular, maybe somebody that's in this group or something like that. And maybe even out of obligation, or just, again, compassion, empathy, something here, okay? Then the divine is saying, no, that's not for you to heal. If that makes sense. I don't know. I think you got a lot of love for whoever it is that there's one person in particular that I feel like you have a lot of love for, that you maybe, you know, but yeah. Okay. All right. So next is Robert. Okay. Should I do yours first, Hayden? Or Robert's? Ooh. Interesting, Flo. Okay. You're welcome, Tanya. You don't, yeah, I was kind of wondering the same, Flo. Yeah, you don't have to feel any guilt about it, okay? Remove yourself from this. It's almost like, you know, it's almost like remove your awareness from this lifetime. Just temporarily, so that you can kind of wrap your consciousness around the fact that like this lifetime is such a small blip in time and space, and that you know what I'm saying, to help you move through this. Okay. All right, so Hayden, what's up? We'll start with you. And then we will go with Robert. Why do I want to say that like that? Robert. So Michelle and Sherry were the two that sent in for others to... so Cordelia, yours is covered by Michelle. Hayden and Roberts were covered by Sherry. Aww. Your cat ran away? Okay. What does Hayden need to know? So first, one big thing that's coming through is it is okay to not be okay, right? And by this is just something that's coming through. It's not necessarily the whole message. So let's just start with this. Like by like kind of almost like stuffing it down and just pretending that you are okay is not going to make everything okay. So it is important. It is more important for you to try to find some time alone so that you can sit in that space of not being okay, so that you can understand what's happening. Okay, just, in silence or in some sort of meditation, maybe even some sort of prayer, some sort of journaling, something like that. Okay. But like trying to stay positive through a time in which you're not actually positive, that's giving very mixed signals to the universe here. And it's like yeah, so let's anyways, just a little, it is okay to not be okay, Hayden. Okay, it really is. All right. Okay, but let's see, what does Hayden need to know? Yeah, I feel like, man, yeah, I feel like there's actually a lot of people around you that maybe like are almost, it almost feels like you have to be in that energy, and it feels like you almost have to, or you feel like you have to play that role, because I don't know if there's like other people like that are really dependent on you or something here. Okay. But I do feel like there is this, with this Nine of Pentacles, slow but steady, solid progression to, like, you know, we do have the Ten of Swords, right? So the Ten of Swords is an ending, but it also makes me feel like there is going to be a time where you can just almost, the energy that I'm picking up on this is just like, oh, you know, you know, that's what is coming through, is that time is coming in which you can just, you know, there is going to be some sort of breakthrough that kind of allows you this time and space to just release all of those like responsibilities, and not necessarily permanently, but like so that you can like rest, so that you can have this time to, you know, because again, it does feel like you are carrying a lot for a lot of people here, okay? And it's almost expected. It's like the people around you are like expecting it, and you know, but you are going to, it's like, I feel like the divine is making a way here, okay, for you to kind of get out of this situation. Hey puppy, what's him doing? So there is this energy of, but also too, like, make sure that you're, you know, if you're getting any type of internal guidance, right, like, and it may not make sense to you at all, that you definitely plan and take those steps, right? There's this energy of like planning, co-creating with the divine here, because, you know, yeah. There is this energy of not knowing exactly how it's going to work out, right? Like almost holding yourself back in some type of way because there is this uncertainty, right? It makes me feel like you've never really necessarily, I don't want to say you've never really taken a leap of faith, but I feel like you've never really taken a leap of faith like maybe you're feeling guided to. And like, you know, I feel like this is your confirmation that whatever is coming through is very divinely led, okay? The guidance, and that, you know, just take the steps and plan accordingly as the divine provides you that information. Yeah. Bubby, what's up? Huh? What's up with ya? Come here. You want to say hello? Come here. Or you want to get up there? Here, let me straighten this out for you. Okay, climb on up. Attaboy. Hey, Jennifer. He's laying here looking at me like, okay. You're such a sweetie. Okay, Robert, you're up. Yeah, and he's so considerate. He won't like jump up on stuff if it's he's doing that thing where his like tongue is sticking part way out of his mouth. Yeah, but if I have stuff on it on the bed or whatever, or just anywhere where he wants to jump, like he won't jump on blankets, he won't jump on like clothes or stuff like yeah. Yeah, he's a sweetie. Oh, him's going to take a little nap. Robert, I'm just going to ask what you need to know. No, it's not like that. At all. I don't necessarily hate any questions, per se. There are some that is like, not my favorite, but it is my job, you know. I signed up for this, eh? Well, I signed up for this. All right, what does Robert need to know? Okay, okay, so there's this really weird energy. It's not weird, but it's like, so see how like these two cards, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords here. And if you like saw this as like one picture, it would look like, you know, it would be like this person, you know, they're looking back. It's like this person is about to run into you. But with the Seven of Swords, this is somebody who, this could talk about like stealing or lying or illusion or something like that. So there's like this energy, Robert, of like, I don't know if you're going to like run into somebody here, okay, that maybe there was some sort of dispute or like, or if like there's somebody that's going to kind of like run into some sort of trap, or like there's just this energy. I'm really picking up on like you like literally like bumping into somebody, like, you know, somebody's not paying attention and they just like run straight into you in some type of way. Like that's really what's coming through. But then we have the Temperance after that here. So this doesn't necessarily feel like it's going to be a bad thing, right? It feels like it's actually going to balance some things out. So there's almost this energy of like maybe even somebody like trapping themselves up, right? Like some sort of like physical, it's like you physically eyewitnessing something that maybe you intuitively knew. And so, but because of there's like this physical, you know, evidence or like catching somebody or something like that, right? It actually brings in some sort of balance and harmony within yourself. Because there is like almost this, maybe this internal conflict here. Again, you know, there's something significant about that, right? It's like you're moving to calmer waters here. Yeah. Although like in the moment, I feel like there could be maybe, I don't even feel like you're going to get mad. It doesn't even feel like there's anger or anything like that. It almost feels like laughing. This is that energy that I was talking about, that I was picking up on, of like somebody who made themselves some sort of enemy to you, or like put themselves in some sort of like quote unquote competition. It doesn't have to be competition, but it's almost like they are going to like show themselves in some type of way. And I don't know if it's like, it feels like this person is literally going to like accidentally, like while they're trying to escape from something or run from something here, it's like And they could be doing the same thing to somebody else, right? But then like they run into you and you're like, oh, well, there it is. You know what I mean? But I feel like almost like this laughing energy of like, oh, okay, that's what I thought. Like, yeah. So I don't know who it is, and I don't know, and maybe it's not necessarily like, or maybe it brings some sort of clarity. I don't know if it's like something that you were aware of, or it feels like it's a confirmation of some sort. But maybe it's not the person who you thought, right? Or maybe but it feels like it's going to be very healing, right? And also it's definitely going to bring a lot of balance here. For some reason also too, maybe even in your finances. I don't know if like not to say that your finances are imbalanced, but there is this energy of like releasing and healing from some sort of like lack with this. You know what I mean? And that ties into your self-worth. You know the biz. But yeah, it feels very like, and maybe it's not actually in the physical. Maybe it's something you see online. I don't know how this is going to show up, but it does feel very almost tangible, right? Like I literally keep feeling like like I'm standing here and somebody like just like runs into me. It's kind of weird. Take your time. Take your time. Michelle, are you leaving? I love you. Have a good day. I think I missed something, but good job, BC. Oh, lovely. You must have done something great to align with more self-worth, yeah? Ooh, interesting. I like that, Robert. Well, my darlings, I keep hearing that St. Finnegan song. He says, I'm drinking water right here in my mother's garden. Dun, 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 dun. What is that song? I don't know. But it is in my head. Maybe somebody just needs to drink water. And now I'm attracting all of the sun to my mother's garden. Maybe it's called Garden. Maybe it's Monarch. Maybe it's Surrender. I don't know. Oh, we have the Tower. Why is the Tower here? The Six of Wands. Oh, because... Oh. Yeah. Because it's like you're attracting, a lot of you are attracting the sun. The sun brings life to things, right? The sun gives life. Somebody may be going through some sort of tower, whoever that's for. Yeah, you've ended some sort of restrictions. Interesting. Anyways, the weirdo just messaged, okay, we're out of here. I'm not dealing with this today. Oh, goodness. Anywhoots, plus I'm getting hungry. Hi, handsome. Oh gosh, move the whole thing. Hi. I love you. I'm such a sweet boy. You're such a sweetie. You feeling better, Flo? Queso ruffles. Sounds good. Sounds delicious. Yeah. So you didn't know. That's funny. I love a good pun. I love a good pun. Here's what I'm going to say, Jenny, is if you think you will never get married, then you never will. But if you think you deserve somebody that loves you, they'll show up when the time is right. It's always an honor, Robert. I love doing it. Yeah, I actually waited to... I'm gonna go cleanse. I'm gonna go do all of that and make some lunch. Michael has his physical for school today, so we're gonna get that taken care of. And yeah, if you need anything from me, that's in the description box below. Okay, don't forget your body potion. And I love ya. Drink lots of water. Mind your own business. Okay? Seriously, I love you guys so much. You're welcome, Cordelia. Love you, I love you, I love you. Aw, thanks, Tanya. Have the best day, guys.